Hey guys, we're here to talk about trees. This book is called Are Trees Alive? And it's a question. That's why it's got a question mark. So my question is, are trees alive? Well, things that are alive grow. Do trees grow? They start off as a seed and then they become a seedling and they get bigger and they put out branches and they have leaves. So yes, trees grow. So that's one check. Do they breathe? When I asked my class this, some kids said yes, some were like, yeah, I don't know, and some were like, no, trees don't breathe. Well, guess what? They do. They actually take our air, our carbon dioxide, and they turn it into good air, which is oxygen. So they give us back oxygen. That's why it's so important to talk to your trees and to give them a hug, like this boy in the picture's doing. All right. So this is written by Debbie S. Miller, illustrated by Stacy Schuett. I love the pictures in this book. They're so pretty. So yes, trees are alive. Let's read about it. All right, first off, it starts off with a map of the world. It's got almost all the continents on it. I'm not sure there are any trees in Antarctica. You can Google that, but that would be down here. It's pretty cold down there. All right. And then this question says, how do they breathe? They don't have noses. I found out today they breathe through their leaves. Oh, wait, foreshadowing. That's in the story. Look at that cute little mouse with a little tree. Starts off small. This is the introduction. So I'm just gonna put it right there in case you want to stop the video and read it. Because in this part, the author says, if you plant a tree and send her a picture, she will post it on her website. I think that's kind of cool. Oh, I'm going to adjust this a little bit because the shadow was getting a glare on the book. I want you to be able to see the beautiful pictures. Long roots wiggle through the soil. They gather water and minerals that trees need to grow. Roots anchor a tree, like your feet help you stand. And I know that this is probably not in the United States because that guy, you don't see them walking around by the trees. Sturdy trunks stand short and tall. A trunk supports the body of a tree, like your legs support your body. This is a cool picture. If you look right down there, you might have to zoom in. That's a person. So this tree is really what? Tall. I like looking at the pages and seeing what animals are among the trees. Branches hold animals, the nest of birds, swings, and tree houses. They sway gently in the wind, like a mother's arms rocking a baby. Bark is dark or light, rough or smooth, thick or thin, just like people's skin. Bark protects the inside of a tree from harsh weather and insects, like your skin protects you. The crown of a tree reaches for the sky and gathers sunlight. A crown is the top of the tree, like your head is at the top of your body. The branches and leaves of a large crown give you lots of shade on a hot summer day. So some of us with big heads get more shade. Look at that. I'm out here in the shade of the tree today. It's supposed to be 88, so this may be a good place to hang out in my yard. Leaves breathe for the tree. Told you, I found that out today from this book. Trees need air just like you need air. Instead of using noses and lungs, leaves breathe through thousands of tiny pores known as stomata. Leaves flutter in the breeze like your hair blows in the wind. So our inquiry question in my class today was, is there less oxygen in the world in the winter in the United States when a lot of the leaves on the trees fall? Curious. I was curious. Sticky sap travels through small tubes inside the tree between the roots and the leaves. Without sap, the tree could not live. Just like your body could not live without blood. Look at the veins in a leaf and compare them to the veins in your hand. Some tree sap is harvested by people to make delicious maple syrup, which I found out also from teaching kindergarten. Maple syrup is harvested in Virginia. I never knew it. Probably up in the mountains where it's colder. But definitely in places like Maine and Vermont and Canada. Trees grow flowers of all shapes and sizes, of bright and soft colors. A pretty flower can attract insects and birds, just like your smiling face can attract a new friend. Animals feed on the nectar and pollen of the flowers. They help spread the pollen so that trees can make seeds and grow fruits. I know that in Virginia right now, pollen is annoying. It's like a golden coating on all of us. It makes us sneeze. It makes our eyes water. However, it's important for the plants and the trees and the flowers to have pollen. So we just got to put up with it. Some seeds are tiny and fluffy and fly with the wind. Others are protected inside their fruit. The coconut tree grows the largest seed on earth. Seeds sprout and become saplings, then grow up to be trees. Just like babies become children, they grow up to be adults. I have actually seen coconut trees growing on the beach. I helped my friend Anita dig one up to take home. She lives in Costa Rica. I should ask her how her tree is doing. See if it survived. Some trees die because of fires, disease, or storm damage. Many trees are cut down by people for their wood. But some trees live to be very, very old, just like some people live to be more than 100 years. And in fact, my father outlaw Wally has an aunt in Florida who is 104. Wow. Can you imagine being over 100 years old? 104. During winter, some trees have bare limbs and twigs that lace the cold sky. This is the time when many trees rest without their leaves. Trees rest too, just like you. So this is kind of what we were talking about. Is there less oxygen in the winter when there's no leaves on the trees? Now granted, there are pine trees that have needles. I don't know. I'm gonna have to Google this. I'll do a little research. Look at this. So it was winter, and then when spring comes, the trees awaken from their winter's rest. Leaf buds swell on the branches. Cherry trees blossom. With more sunshine, the trees burst with new life. Just like you burst out the door with your friends to play and celebrate spring. Yes, and we are having a good spring. Oh, such nice weather. Gotta get outside and play. While you picnic under a tree, the forest has a picnic of its own. The sun helps the leaves make food, the rain brings drink, and the wind brings music to the forest. I like how the illustrator and the author have put different animals in different places. You could try to guess where all these trees are located, where in the world. That would be a good guessing game. All right, I'm gonna hold these two pages up really close. And these are about the trees in the book and the animals. So you could pause it and you could read all this information. A lot of words, but you can do it. Let's see. There was Africa, California, Oregon, Australia, North America, India, China, Canada, South America, the double coconut tree. But guess what? He couldn't see me because the canopy of the trees that I'm sitting under hid me. Trees are good camouflage. All right. So in the back, she tells you about all the animals and the trees that we visited. That was so nice. Here's the back of it. Let's open it up. Look at that. So he's got these two pretty trees. Go out and hug a tree today. or at least talk to one and exchange your carbon dioxide for oxygen. Tell a tree you love it today. That way it can be Earth Day every day with a tree. Thank you for learning with Miss Roseberry. I enjoyed this book. I hope you learned something too.